Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be going over representing subtraction. So first we have a couple expressions and we're going to determine their value. So we're going to complete this table and figure out what do we notice after completing. So if we have 8 plus negative 8, I'm going to draw a number line for that over here. So if we start at 0 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we add negative 8 to it. It's going to take it right back down to 0. Okay, same thing if I had 8 and then I subtract 8 from that, it's also going to take me down to 0. Okay, let's look at 8 plus negative 5. So I'm going to use another number line for that. Start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then I'm going to add negative 5, which just means I'm going to take it down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that puts me at 2, 3. Oops, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that puts me at a positive 3. Okay, and then the next one is 8 minus 5. So I started here at positive 8, and then if I subtract 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that also puts me at a positive 3. Okay, the next section we have 8 plus negative 12. I start here at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then I'm going to add negative 12. So it's going to be taking it down since it's negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so that number would be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, and then same thing if I had 8 minus 12. So I started at positive 8 and then I subtracted 12 from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That also puts me at negative 4. So I want you to think for a moment, what do you notice about this table? So you're looking at the adding, you're looking at the subtraction. What do you notice about each expression and their value? And then you can also take a look at the number lines as well. Okay, so something that I had noticed, and this part was key, or very important, was subtracting with a negative, subtracting is the same thing as adding its negative, or adding its opposite. So whenever I subtracted from 8, I got the same value whenever I added its opposite. When I subtracted 5, it was the same thing as adding negative 5. It gave me the exact same value. Whenever I subtracted 12, it gave me the exact same value as when I added its opposite. So the key takeaway from this particular discovery is that subtracting is the same as adding its opposite. Okay, every single time I subtracted, it gave me the exact same value as when I added its opposite. And opposite meaning positive and negative being opposite. So here, whenever I subtracted 5, I got positive 3, which is the exact same thing as adding, because that's adding, and then the opposite of positive, negative, the opposite of positive 5, is negative 5. So I switched it and added its opposite, and it gave me the exact same value. Here, I can switch it and add its opposite, which is the exact same thing as this here, and you get your exact same value. So again, the takeaway is subtracting is the same as adding its opposite. Okay, we're going to apply that with a couple of examples. So that exact same concept you all need to be applying today. Okay, on this one, we're going to write each subtraction expression as an addition expression. So I have the first one as an example. So let's do 5 minus 3. Okay, so we're going to write as an addition expression, remembering adding its opposite. So here we have 5, adding its opposite, So instead of subtraction, we're going to add the opposite of a positive 3, and that would be negative 3. Okay, this one we're going to add its opposite. So we have 3. We're going to add the opposite of positive 5, which is negative 5. Okay, on this one, we're going to add its opposite. So 5, what is the opposite of a negative 3? That would be a positive 3. Okay, this one we have negative 3. And we're going to add the opposite. The opposite of negative 5 is positive 5. Okay, and another way that I have seen people write this too is if I have 5 minus 3, they've always just come through and done and add the opposite. Or they change the subtraction to a addition sign and then add the opposite sign there to it. Okay, so here are each of our new expressions using addition, because for me, it's very easier or much easier to see with, especially once we start dealing with negatives, subtraction with addition signs instead of subtraction. So today we're changing each subtraction expression to an addition expression first. Okay, and then second, we're going to solve each of those. So that's my next step. So the first step was just writing it as an addition expression. And then on the second part of the assignment, we're going to be actually solving them. So let's remember what we had written down from the first activity. So the first activity, we had 5 minus 3, and we changed that to 5 plus negative 3. Okay, and as you have seen with my videos, I prefer the vertical number line, so I'm going to continue to do that with this example as well. So I'm going to do the vertical number line. Let's start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to start at 5, and then we're going to add a negative 3. So that means we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3, and that puts the number at 2. So this is equal to positive 2. Okay, this one, when we added the opposite, we got 3 plus negative 5. Okay, so we're going to start at 3, and then we're going to add negative 5 to that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to start here at 3 and then negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I add numbers here, that'd be negative 1, negative 2. So the answer to this is equal to negative 2. Okay, on number 3, when we added the opposite, that changed it to 3 plus negative 5. Did I write this? Uh-oh, I wrote the same thing down. Just kidding. The number 3 is really supposed to be 5 minus negative 3. And we changed that to 5 plus a positive 3. There we go. Okay. So we are going to draw the number line. Let me scoot all that down so we can see it. Okay, we're going to start at 0. We're going to go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're starting at 5, and then we're adding a positive 3 to it. So starting here, 1, 2, 3. That's going to put us at a positive 8. Okay, the next one, whenever we added the opposite, so we're going to be at negative 3. Add the opposite, puts it at positive 5. Opposite of negative 5 is positive. So on this number line, we're going to start down at negative 3. Let's put 0 here. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So from here, we're going to add 5 to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is going to put us at a positive 2. So this is equal to positive 2. Okay, so the main takeaway today was changing each subtraction as an addition expression, because you're going to get the exact same value. Remember, that was we discovered that whenever we went through the table here. So again, your main takeaway is don't get tripped up on subtraction, because subtracting is the same thing as adding its opposite. So each subtraction expression that you find, you're going to change it to adding its opposite. Okay, and then we're going to use a number line to represent the actual answer. So don't just put the answer on your paper. You need to use a number line to do so. Okay, So again, your main takeaway was subtraction is this. It's a subtraction expression. It's the same thing as an addition expression. You're going to add its opposite. Best of luck to you.